Hi everyone, my name is Rosemary and welcome to my instructional video where I'm going to show you how to make a teddy bear using an old one as a template. There are many different ways to make a teddy bear, so why would anyone choose this one? Well, there's a couple of reasons. First, let's say that you have a teddy bear that you've had since you were a young child that has a lot of sentimental value to you, and you'd love to continue to keep that teddy bear for the rest of your life, but most likely if you've had it that long, it's seen better days. Probably the fabric is pretty worn down, maybe even has some stains in it. Well, by using this method to make a teddy bear, you would be able to basically give that teddy bear a facelift. So it could look brand new, but would still be that same teddy bear that you'd had for a really long time. Second reason is, let's say that you found a teddy bear whose design that you loved. Like let's say that you love the way that the hands were, you love the shape of the face, the feet, but you weren't able to find a pattern for that teddy bear. Well, you could purchase that teddy bear and then use it to make a template for the teddy bear that you actually did like. First step in making your own teddy bear from a template is you need to choose the teddy bear. Once you've got the teddy bear picked, there's a couple of materials that you're going to need. First, you're going to need fabric, eyes and a nose, stuffing, quilting scissors, needle and thread, thread ripper, permanent marker, and if you're anything like me, probably going to need some band-aids because you will probably be pricking your fingers a couple times here. The first step is you need to disassemble the old teddy bear. Take your seam rippers and use them to take the teddy bear's head off. Slowly, one at a time, you're going to cut each and every one of the seams. Once you have the teddy bear's head off, then you should be able to pull out all the stuffing from the two parts that are left, the head and the rest of the teddy bear. Then you can move on to the rest of the teddy bear using the seam ripper to slowly take apart the arms, the legs, and if the teddy bear has them, ears and a tail. If necessary, you can create a cheat sheet. A cheat sheet would basically allow you to take the pieces and set them on top of that cheat sheet so that way you can keep track of all of those pieces that you're taking off. And that will come in very handy later on once you've got all these parts. Now that you've got all of your pieces taken apart, it's time to use those old pieces to create new ones. First, take all the pieces and lay them out on your new fabric. Second, draw around the pieces with a Sharpie. And then thirdly, you're going to cut out all of the pieces following the Sharpie line. One thing to be aware of though is some fabric has two sides. Pay attention and see if your fabric is this type of fabric. If it is, then make sure that you're taking the old pieces and putting them on top of the back side of the new fabric. This way, when you're drawing with your Sharpie, you're not going to be drawing all over the fabric that would eventually be on the front of your teddy bear. Now is a good time to take a break and check your work so far. Looking at the picture, you're basically going to want to make sure that you have a back and a front piece for every single piece that you took off. Now it's time to assemble the new teddy bear. Start by sewing together the pieces. Do so one body part at a time. There are a couple of things that you should remember here. First is leave a hole where the part that you're sewing is eventually going to connect to the abdomen. For example, with the arm, you're going to want to make sure that there's just a little hole where it's going to connect to the abdomen. That way, you'll be able to get your stuffing inside of there. Also, sew your panels together inside out. Referencing the picture, you can see all of the seams on the fabric, but that's okay. We're going to fix that a little bit later on. At this point, you should have all the individual body parts sewn together for the new teddy bear. Now it's time to attach the pieces to the abdomen. One by one, attach all of the pieces, except for the head. We're going to get to the head in just a minute here. When you finish attaching all of the pieces except the head, you should have two openings. One opening where you can get into the rest of the body, and another one where you can get inside of the head. Now, you're going to start making your teddy bear actually look like a teddy bear. Take your two pieces, the head and the rest of the body, and turn them right side out. Make sure that you push out every single little nook and cranny. Now you'll see why it was really important that when we were sewing everything, we did inside out. Because now that we're flipping everything right side out, the teddy bear looks perfect, all the correct fabric is on the front, and you can't see any of the seams. Now it's time to attach the eyes and nose. Once you've attached the eyes and nose, now it's time to stuff your teddy bear. Two little kind of general rules of thumb is more stuffing is going to end up being a firmer teddy bear, whereas less stuffing will end up being a floppier teddy bear. It's completely up to you, whichever one you want. One thing to take note of though is more stuffing, so a firmer teddy bear, that can sometimes be a little bit harder to sew just because you're trying to hold all that stuffing in while you're sewing it. So now you're going to go ahead and sew the head onto the body. And that's all you have to do in order to make your own teddy bear. Congratulations on getting this far. Now all that you've got to do is give your teddy bear a name and enjoy him for the rest of your life. Thanks for watching my video, everyone.